Bliss, everyone. Bliss, hello. Welcome back. Welcome to another live reading here on Instagram Live. And if you are watching on YouTube, then hello to you as well. And I'm so excited to connect with you all. My name is Rissa Vibes, aka Readings by Rissa, and I am a trance channel and intuitive here to deliver not just intuitive messages for you on this moon, but some astrology stuff as well, and just some good vibes to share with you here as we enjoy the full moon energy and discuss a little bit about how to navigate it most efficiently. So that's what I do here every full moon on my page at Readings by Rissa. So if you're not following me already, definitely make sure that you follow me on not just here on Instagram, but also on my YouTube channel, because I always post these readings on my YouTube channel directly after. And I also do weekly readings now on my YouTube channel every Sunday morning usually. And so I've been doing that as well. So another reading will be coming up this Sunday for you all for the week on my YouTube channel, so make sure to tune in there. And I got some music on there as well. I've got some other spiritual and inspirational videos about meditation and journaling and channeling and all sorts of stuff on that YouTube channel. So definitely check it out. You can just search Rissa Vibes on YouTube for that. All right, you all, I'm so excited to connect with you. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday and are having a nice Black Friday and have gotten your shopping done and everything that you need to do, or at least are settled in and enjoying the company of family and friends, or self-loving on this holiday. Whatever it is, I am so excited to be with you here in this moment, connecting with you during this time, and I thank you so much for joining me. All right, so if you have already seen my readings before, then you know the drill. I always talk about what I get intuitively and what I've been really getting from my spirit guides and just from the readings I've been doing all month and everything like that. And I like to talk about the characteristics of the moon and what everybody is kind of feeling from it and how we can navigate it more smoothly. And then after that, I go over all of the zodiac signs by their element and talk about how to move through that energy even more slowly and smoothly, and getting just comfortable with moving and navigating our own personal energy that we have in this world as a mass consciousness. And when we talk about it in this way and we collect our energy together in response to the moon or whatever we have going on in the stars, we're able to really feel the potency of that energy and also activate all of the beautiful light upgrades that we're receiving as a mass consciousness and on an individual level. So it allows us to get meditative, it allows us to get connected into the oneness, and it also allows us to share our energy with others. So let's take a little bit of a moment and breathe together as we get into this sacred space and start really moving into this reading. So let's go ahead and get comfortable as a collective here, all of us together, and let's inhale together. And exhale to relax. Inhale. Big exhale to relax. Next inhale, biggest one yet, opening up to all our spirit messages for this full moon. And a big exhale to relax. All right, I'm so excited to get into this. So it is a full moon in Gemini. We're here November 23rd. It is actually, the full moon hit last night at midnight. So some of you were probably celebrating the full moon last night on the 22nd, which is totally fine. You can celebrate it whenever you feel the energy is most potent, and I encourage you to do so. But it was technically today at midnight today, so the 23rd. So I decided to do the reading tonight, and also allowing us to really absorb all the energy of yesterday, because yesterday was a portal day. It was the third and one of the biggest days of this 11/11 portal that we've been experiencing all month, and it was at the end of the month really, and it was Thanksgiving. We were filled with gratitude. We're also filled with a lot of opportunity to embody everything we've learned this year and specifically this month with our higher spiritual awareness and understanding of ourselves and what we need in relationships and in communication. And so I wanted everybody to feel into that portal activation yesterday and then be able to also feel into the subtle difference in vibration today with the full moon energy. So today is a full moon in Gemini. It also is on a cusp. We just kind of came out of Taurus. So it's a Taurus and Gemini cusp full moon. And so I'll talk a little bit about those characteristics specifically. Gemini characteristics are very dualistic. We are the twins. I'm a Gemini, so I know all about the Gemini energy. And we are twins energy, so we have very dualistic sides. Oftentimes we can feel that pull and almost feel like two people in one body. We also have a lot of that creative essence. We are an air sign, so we're very kind of floaty and in our head a lot. We like to process things, really think of things in kind of abstract ways and symbolically, and very deep thinkers usually. We also like to use a lot of logic and are very strategic, and a lot of emotions as well with the Gemini. We tend to battle ourselves often and have sometimes even contradicting thoughts in one sentence at times or in one conversation. And so we really deal with that dualism very directly. And so when you're a Gemini and you're trying to tame that energy, it can be really hard to tame, especially if you're not sure of what sides you're actually taming. And so if you are a Gemini, I like to always tell people, you know, recognize what two versions of you live inside of you, and then you can start to really fine-tune and master how those two can balance and harmonize. But if you're not familiar with how you are dualistic, then it becomes really difficult to even tame those dualities. And the reason why I'm bringing up that Gemini characteristic is because we're all actually feeling some level of that because we're in a Gemini full moon. So even if you're a Aries or a Capricorn or a Sagittarius, you're feeling some of your own dualistic natures within you because of that Gemini full moon. Now that can also manifest and read in different ways. It can be dualistic in a way where it's kind of contradicting your purpose or your plan for yourself, or it can be dualistic in a really good way where both of your biggest kind of attributes are showing themselves in really beautiful, balanced ways. So it's important to be observant of what two sides you're noticing in yourself and if they're in harmony or if they are not, and starting to really feel into how to observe that and resolve that in your own way with observance. So that's a really big part of it. Now the Taurus is also a part of this sign, not as strongly, so I'll only touch on it a little bit, but they're very pragmatic. They're very focused on prosperity and very good at strategizing and planning things when they're really inspired by it. They know how to charge straight through with everything that they're really planning to do, and they know how to get it done in a very effective way, and usually very motivated. Self-starters, really encouraged to do what they want, when they want, how they want to do it. And so that Taurus energy is also really applying here. And what that Taurus energy is doing for this full moon is it's allowing for those two dualistic sides of the Gemini to really fully come forward without any inhibition. And it's almost like overwhelmingly intense at times. So if you're feeling that energy of the dualism within you and you're feeling like you can't stop it, it's almost like a train, you can't stop that momentum. It's very normal for this full moon, and that's going to be something that we need to be aware of for the next few days as we integrate that energy and deal with that energy throughout the next couple of weeks as well. All right, so that's in just what the Gemini and Taurus aspect of the full moon is. Now we are in that full moon, so we're releasing a lot as well. So a lot of the stimulations of those aspects and characteristics of ourselves are being surfaced so that they can show us what is necessary to release and what we no longer need in our lives or what no longer serves us, so that we can fulfill our higher purpose and potential and know what parts of ourselves are really thriving from the things that are around us and what we're experiencing as well. All right. So also I want to say that because of that portal yesterday, we're also really heightened in our spiritual awareness. So a lot of us are experiencing an extreme sense of wisdom and understanding in our observance of certain things that are in our life, whether it be relationships, circumstances, the way we communicate to ourselves, our inner dialogue, our own spiritual gifts and awarenesses are coming to the surface as well. So we're really starting to sense all of that, and because we just finished that third portal day, the biggest day in this portal to activate fully this portal within us, we are now embodying all of that spiritual heightened activation. So yesterday and today, and really this weekend, especially with the holiday weekend, we're really being put to a lot of tests. We're finding a lot of ways to put to all of the wisdom that we've gained to the test and really try to see if we can embody it and how good we are at embodying those practices. We're also in a Mercury retrograde right now, you guys, so communication is sticky and difficult and kind of weird and cloudy for a lot of us also. And so we're surrounded by friends and family, and I just did a video on this yesterday, an IGTV video about this for Thanksgiving, because we're surrounded by friends and family right now, our loved ones, the people closest to us, but they're also the people that usually trigger us the strongest in things that we might not want to be triggered in, or pain from the past or whatever it may be. And so we are being put to the test by our spirit to see if this portal activation that we've had, this 1111, has really given us the wisdom and enough practice and awareness to embody what we've learned, and to really see if we can rise above with love and forgiveness, and if we can be able to be assertive and honest and integritous with what we need from our friends and family and the relationships we have and the communications that we have with each other. And if we can do that, if we can maintain a peace and stay in our heart and aligned with our spirit during that, then we are able to activate even more into our spiritual awareness. Now, this isn't going to be easy, and it's not going to come immediately. We're going to have to fall a couple times and trip a couple times and not be able to be perfect in those experiences and in those interactions or in those awarenesses. We're learning how to embody. So we have to be really kind to ourselves during that. We have to be sure that we are loving ourselves even when we don't pass those tests, or even if we disappoint ourselves in the way that we were triggered or respond, and to love ourselves despite that. And to make sure that we're loving other people in our life that need that support, and making sure we're there for them when we see it and showing them love when they need it. All right, so I think that covers everything with the Gemini, the Taurus aspect, the full moon in general, and also just to touch on that last part with the full moon, we are very intuitive right now, especially with that portal. So a lot of us are having heightened spiritual experiences like astral projection, lucid dreaming, really intense meditations, channeling, psychic experiences. If you're having that, be excited, let go of any fear or doubt of those experiences, and surrender into that excitement and into the wonders of the unknown of that, and into the mystery behind that. Because as long as you keep your heart center pure and positive and of light, then you have nothing to fear, nothing to doubt, and everything to discover and explore. And that's what this moon is all about as well. It's about creative energy, it's about intuition, it's about mystery, it's about allowing ourselves to open up to anything that's unknown and fully embracing it with exploration. Remember, we just talked about the inner child a whole bunch last moon, and it's still been a very big theme. So it's that inner child exploration and curiosity and wonder in the mystery of the unknown. Never to fear it, to only embrace it and be excited for what it has to show us and what intuitive aspects it's going to heighten for us. All right, so let me get into the signs. I'm going to do a quick breakdown of each sign, and then we'll pull a couple cards and we'll call it a night. So the first thing I want to talk about, I put my little notes over here, so let me get those. All right, so I want to talk about the fire signs, okay? So my Leos, my Sagittariuses, and my Aries. Okay, so with the fire signs, we are having that dualistic energy, so it's important to be able to maintain in harmony. A lot of us are having different ways of doing that. There can be a very heightened passion energy where you're feeling really excited to move into new projects, new experiences, new challenges. You're ready to kind of charge into all of that new energy with excitement. But some of us are also, some of those fire signs are also a little timid. They're not really sure if they want to start that spark yet, if they're ready to trailblaze into new things yet, and they're feeling a little bit fearful or doubtful of the unknown. So it's important to notice which one you are, which dual side you're sitting on, and if it's back and forth, noticing that too, and finding harmony, where you're able to explore and move forward with that fiery energy, that passion, that igniting of force and life force energy, but you're also being very calm and cautious of maintaining a balance so that you feel safe and you feel protected and able to stay open to new change and new creativity and new excitement. So we're experiencing a lot of that duality. So with the fire signs, I encourage you all to notice what your heart is telling you about balance. Notice what your heart is telling you about your passion. What are you passionate for? What are you excited to explore? What is mysterious and unknown to you? And are you holding yourself back from doing those things because of fear or doubt? If you are, then it's time to allow yourself to just start the spark. Start a baby step in starting to ignite that spark of passion or that curious wonder that you have, that interest in something that seems unknown and mysterious and maybe a little bit nerve-wracking to go towards. But if you can just take a baby step and start a little spark, it will grow into a beautiful fire and it will blaze a new trail for you and a new beginning. So it's important to allow that passion to guide you. That's for my fire signs. And that was the Sagittarius, Leo, and the Aries, okay? Libras, Geminis, Aquarius, these are my air signs. We're going into air signs now. Libras, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, so with that air sign, the Gemini influence is really strong here. So that's where we're having that dualistic energy, but it's also very in the clouds, very creative, and almost difficult to ground in. And so it's important for my air signs to, any ideas and inspiration you're having, any of those vortexes of creative energy that you find yourself in, make sure that you're taking notes on what ideas come. Make sure you start planting the seeds for those ideas if you feel super resonant with them, like it's the best idea, because there is a reason why you're getting that idea right now, and it's for implementing and for putting action behind. Remember, we have that Taurus influence as well, so we're really wanting to move forward with some pragmatic steps in applying whatever we're feeling from this Gemini energy. Now, we're also wanting to make sure with my air signs, don't doubt yourself, don't hold yourself back with anything that keeps you from feeling confident and sure of yourself. Any insecurities for the air signs is going to be important to manage and pull back and really give yourself some confidence and just trying new ideas, just giving yourself a chance to believe in the new inspirations you're getting. And also to balance that dualistic energy, because it's so intense right now with the Gemini and it's in an air sign, we are all the air signs are really feeling that intensely. So you're feeling those dualistic parts of you, those different voices in your head that is, one is shouting for you and cheerleading you on, and the other one is not really sure of you and holding you back and wanting you to doubt yourself. So make sure you're being really mindful of which voice you're listening to. That's important for my air signs, because it's all about the mind right now for us. We want to make sure our mind stays in the right place and it's in alignment with our heart and with our love of ourself and our truth. And that's for everybody, really, is for the heart and for aligning with yourself and your truth. But specifically, the air signs are really feeling that this moon. And release any doubt, release any doubt. All right, water signs, Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. Okay, water signs, so with this energy, the emotions are always a big indicator for you because the water, right? So it's important that meditation is really good for you water signs right now, and for meditating on your emotions. So if you're feeling really intense emotions and they feel almost impossible to understand or comprehend or even feel, take some time to meditate. Breathe deeply into understanding that emotion with the intention to understand that emotion. Understand what that emotion is telling you. We are feeling our emotions really strongly, and because of that Gemini energy, it's dualistic, it's intense, and it's in our face. So the best thing to do for the water signs is to pull back and to observe through journaling, through meditating, through finding a way to disconnect from the emotions, so that you can really get what you need from them instead of being so deep in them that you can't really see straight or can't really think straight. When we pull back by meditating, quieting the mind that's fueling the emotion of the emotive response, by allowing ourselves to journal, which is allowing a free flowing of the emotive response so that it doesn't keep hoarding in the body. We are allowing ourselves to translate the emotions instead of just sit with them and let them eat away at us without any understanding. So that's really important for that. And so any dualistic emotions, even the extreme highs, journal about it, meditate on it, experience what those highs are telling you. Are they giving you inspiration for new business in your ideas for yourself, new creative business? Are they giving you, are these emotions from your new appreciation or new perspectives on life? It's important to take those in and understand where the happiness and bliss is coming from so you can bring more of that in. So allow yourself to really pull back and disconnect so that you can see clearly any of your emotions. That's for the water signs. All right, last group of signs, my earth signs, Virgos, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay, so we're all about stabilization. We're all about grounding in to our truth and being able to see everything from a realistic perspective, honoring reality. That's what the earth signs are doing right now. So a lot of truth is being revealed to the earth signs specifically, and that can be challenging truths, that can be truths that aren't always exciting to hear but are really necessary, and they're necessary for stabilizing the dualistic aspects of ourselves and finding harmony. So what is it that you might not have been wanting to be honest with yourself on, that others might have been honest with you on lately? What is it that you're experiencing that might show you the truth in something that you haven't been really wanting to pay attention or have even noticed? And have there been signs trying to nudge you into seeing those truths? And are you paying attention to them so that you can see them and accept them and move into another reality where you are fully in awareness and in control of maneuvering through those truths in a integritous way and in a real way? That's what it's about for the earth signs. Now, I will say in general, for everybody, we are all experiencing this truth aspect as well. This is a big part of the moon. So my guides are saying this isn't just for the earth signs, but this is more intense for the earth signs. There's more of an emphasis on focusing on truth and really seeing through any deception and really paying attention to any truth that you might not be immediately sure is true. Some things that might be hard to accept as truth but are really true. It's important to understand that. So that's for the earth signs. And everybody, be very attentive to that. And when you notice that there's something that's true about you that you might not be happy with, that's okay. We are using that awareness to give us strength and empowerment and learning how to perceive things in a more whole and harmonious way. And we can't do that unless we are able to accept truths that maybe were not always as obvious to us as others. So it's important to drop the ego and be humble and accepting of how other people perceive us and be able to at least hear them out, and also how other experiences are showing us about ourselves and in our choices and things like that. All right, everybody, so that is all of the signs. That is all of the information I have. Let me make sure I didn't write anything else. Creativity is really big for this moon. So if you're creative, make sure you're enjoying that creativity energy and really honing that in through meditating on it, bringing in the creative energy of the Gemini moon, and also asking the moon for more of that amplification and releasing any blocks in creativity. This is a great time to release those blocks. You can release the blocks by just asking the moon, standing under the moon and asking the moon to take those blocks away and release anything that does not serve you. You can do some chants or howls at the moon if you want, meditate under the moon, whatever you want, but you will be able to do that with intention. And then also past life mystery and mystique is really big right now with this moon. So if you're interested in learning how your past lives have affected your life now, or how they may be bringing you gifts from your past life into this life now, or you might be activating that with that portal, with the heightened spiritual awareness portal of 1111 going on this month. So make sure, if you're interested in that, reach out to me too, because I do past life readings, and I just did a deal. I just announced a deal with past life readings and energy cleansings, a combo reading where you're able to learn all about your past lives and how they affect your life now and why you've had those lives, and then also clear any karmic issues, any energy that's not serving you, not just from the past lives, but anything in general. And that's a combo reading. So it's a really, really great combo, and it's a very affordable price at discount right now until the 12th of December. So message me or email me at Readings by Rissa to take advantage of that deal. And if you have any other questions or you need any other intuitive work, I'm here for you there as well. I do other readings also, and energy clearings if you need it. So I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, stay creative, stay aware of your dualistic sides, and be aware of how far you've come with this amazing year. We're entering the end of the year. We're entering the 12th month, which is all about the Merkaba, which I'll be talking about next time we meet here. It's going to be a great month. And I am just so proud of all of you for all of the heightened experience, spiritual awareness that you've gained, and everything you've done this year. We've had a crazy summer. We've released a lot. We've sifted through a lot of baggage, and you've become empowered and so strong in your intuition and in your spiritual essence. And I love you so much. Have a wonderful